Hi everyone and welcome to Los Angeles. I arrived here yesterday and I'm going to take you all along with me and explore Los Angeles, although there are not a lot of things that we'll be able to do on this trip. And also it's my first time here in LA. Actually it's my first time here in California, and I am loving how this state is. So green, so peaceful, and LA is all about Hollywood, so everywhere you see Hollywood Boulevard, Hollywood sign, Hollywood Walk of Fame, Hollywood. I'm actually waiting to spot somebody from Hollywood, but let's see. And we're staying in an Airbnb which is at the perfect location. It's located at Sunset Boulevard, and the downtown is right there. We have the Netflix office here, and it's actually a very dreamy location. So without any delay, let's get started and let's start exploring Los Angeles.
After an unforgettable time in Vegas, we drove 4 hours and finally entered LA. And guess what welcomed us? Rain. Lots of rain. It was the day after Christmas. The skies were grey, but we were too excited to care. Our first stop, Griffith Observatory. It's a place where you can observe the planets, their movement, our Earth, different planets in the Milky Way. But another thing that it is famous for is the perfect view of the Hollywood sign. There are so many different spots for viewing the Hollywood sign in LA, but this is also one of the famous ones. But with all these clouds, we had almost given up. We thought Hollywood sign we're surely not gonna see. And then something magical happened. The rain stopped, the clouds moved, and right here was Hollywood staring back at us. It honestly felt like a movie moment. After taking in vibe, after soaking in, next we headed to the heart of it all, the Hollywood Boulevard. The sun had already set, the street was buzzing, the tourists everywhere, street performers, souvenir shops, and those famous stars on the floor. We walked past the Chinese theater. We also went inside the Dolby Theater where Oscars happen, and there were so many different things inside the Dolby Theater. There was this Japanese food exhibition going on. They had so many different stores inside the theater, and it was just amazing. We even spotted these cute little delivery robots doing grocery runs. Only in LA, right? After a long day, we had comforting Indian food and headed back to our Airbnb on Sunset Boulevard with the Netflix office right outside. That's right, not a bad view to end the day, and of course, to wake up to. Day 2 was special because it was Universal Studios Day. It was my second time to the Universal Studios, but it was my first time for the Universal Studios LA. First time I had been to the Universal Studios Orlando, and let me just tell you, Orlando Studio is much better than the LA Studio. And it's not about how much crowded it was or because it was holiday weekend or there were long queues. Long queues you'll get every time in Universal Studios. It was just that there weren't too many rides. But once we were inside, after a wait for an hour, it was really worth. We started with Kung Fu Panda, super cute, super fun. It was a 4D immersive experience ride. And then, of course, we went to Harry Potter World. Only Potterheads will understand this feeling. It's like stepping straight into your childhood. Compared to Orlando, as I said, this one is smaller, but of course magical. They had the Hogsmeade village setup in this park. They had the Ollivander's wand shop. They also had cute little stops and cute little stores everywhere, and of course the famous butterbeer was there. I definitely had to have butterbeer. There were only two rides in the Harry Potter world, which was the Forbidden Journey and the Hagrid's roller coaster.
My safety is done. We hope you live to tell the tale. And most of all, have fun.
So the ride we took here was the Forbidden Journey. There was a long wait of 2 hours for this ride, but pro tip, single rider. It's a lifesaver. If you haven't, we didn't get the express pass, but we went ahead in the single rider queue, and that is the best decision you can take. Next stop was Simpsons World. So colorful, so fun, but honestly only do the ride if the wait time is really short, And then we came to the most unique part of this park, which was the Hollywood Studio Tour, and you can only get it in this park. This is very, very unique to LA. We saw real life Universal Studios shooting sets where they have shows, they have movies, and they have these big setups and studios. We saw real shooting sets of the movie Jaws.
Oh my gosh, what were you all yelling and screaming about? You know it was a big shark. You psycho, we gotta get out of here. Oh. Now as we come up the hill here.
And War of the Worlds, there was this whole Boeing scene over there.
So that's a real 747 plane. It had been retired. Production bought it for $60,000. They cut it up into pieces, shipped it out here. That cost $250,000. They got about 10 minutes left.
Then we also went into this immersive experience for a King Kong movie.
By the way, at the very end there, that was 60,000 gallons of water that was rushing down. It stops perfectly, right? It's all recycled. Next to wet. Yeah, they're all blue. Car one doesn't mean you're safe either. Let's see what happens. All that water is recycled, take it back up to the top and dropped on the next tram. That was, we did that more than 100 times a day for our guests. It was featured in Big Fat Liars Shark called Your Mother.
And one of my favorite shows, Desperate Housewives, Wisteria Lane was there. Watching how movies are made in real life, it was unreal. And it was so amazing to see everything. And in the entire tour of 1 hour, they have these small experiences set up everywhere where you can experience the thrill of movie making and see some live shoots. Then next we went to the other side of the park, which was having different other rides like Jurassic World, fun and wet and cold, but absolutely worth it. I loved the Jurassic World ride. There was also Revenge of the Mummies, and it's a high-speed roller coaster, but we skipped it because it had a long wait of 2 hours and the single rider was closed as well. So yeah, we couldn't do it, we were short on time. And finally, Nintendo World. Pure nostalgia. It felt like walking inside a video game I grew up playing. Every little corner brought back childhood memories, and it was so fun to watch everything that you see on your video games alive. Very, very fun. And yeah, just like that, our day had ended and it was time to say goodbye to Universal Studios. We tried to do as much as we could, but we were super tired, of course, but really happy. My hearts are happy. We had a full memory card camera with pictures and videos.
That was it from my LA trip. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll be back with another video very, very soon. Until then, goodbye.